I don't want that for my daughter, and I got to stop this before it poisons her life. And if it means the only way my daughter's going to heal is by Ethan being tried and convicted, then I can live with that. But I want him watched.
God, you're both here. I'm really worried about Michael. He got a hold of his cell phone. He called Christina.
He knows she was beaten?
Yep. And when I got there, he was ready to swim home.
Michael would have found out his sister was attacked eventually anyway, so I'm just glad you were down there to talk him down.
He's fixated on the idea that you're going to go to prison for something he did. If he thinks you're going to be found guilty, he's going to try and come home and confess.
Well, then Michael can't think I'm going to be found guilty. You need to talk to those two idiots to stop chasing those casino girls long enough to do their job. Tell Bernie I didn't send him down there for his health. I'm glad he's doing business, but his priority is to make sure Michael stays put.
Okay, I will remind them.
He's going to want to talk to Christina again, and I think you need to let him.
Right.
It could be good for her. And Michael will feel like he's doing something positive. I mean, he could really help her. Everyone in her life right now is telling her how she should feel and what she should do. And then talking to Michael could give her a safe place to confide her true feelings.
How do we stop them from talking about the trial? Because I don't want Michael to slip up and tell her that he killed Claudia.
Christina already knows that Michael killed Claudia.
What do you mean?
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I should have told you before. Michael told Christina, Molly, and Morgan that he was...
Okay, wait a minute. Molly and Morgan, they're kids. They could blow this whole thing wide open if they slip up and say Michael did it.
Why don't you tell us? There has to be a reasonable explanation.
Yeah, the night Michael went to the PCPD to confess, Morgan and Molly actually came in to warn me. That's how I knew to send Sam to pick Michael up. Sam brought them home, and I was put in the unfortunate position that I had to tell these kids to keep the secret. And you know, Molly and Morgan actually got it. They understood it better than Michael did.
That was so long ago. Why are we just finding out about this now?
I'm sorry, Carly. I should have told you.
You know what? I don't want to blame anybody here. I don't mean to jump on you, but they're my kids. I needed to know
I know,
that.
but so much, Sonny, so much was going on. You guys were dealing with so much. I didn't want to give you one more thing to worry
All right,
about.
I'll
I
talk to Morgan.
apologize.
It's fine. I'll talk to Morgan. I mean, clearly he got what you were saying. Because I didn't know that he knew that Michael killed Claudia. And Molly and Christina couldn't have told Alexis because she would have turned Michael in.
We're not going to be able to manage this much longer. Too many people know the truth.
Okay, well, let me get through the trial. I'll get acquitted. Michael's not going to need to confess, and it's going to be over.
Okay, what if you're not acquitted?
Listen, Coleman's on the jury. He's not going to find me guilty. Dante could have crucified me, and he didn't. The prosecutor can't get her hands on Michael. Who is she going to put on the stand that could hurt me?
So, I heard Luke's back in town.
Yeah, he is.
I'm assuming he stopped by. You want to tell me what happened?
About what?
You and Luke have been friends for a long time. I'm sure he came by to plead Ethan's case.
Christina told me Ethan beat her. I'm not going to doubt her.
Okay. Luke knows you. I'm sure he knows how you handle situations like this. He has to be afraid for Ethan's life right now.
That animal should already be dead. But I'm not going to get into that right now because I already agreed that, you know, Ethan's going to be tried and convicted. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find him this smallest, darkest little cell with the biggest, ugliest inmate I can find. And that still won't be what he deserves.
So who are you punishing, Sonny? Ethan or your stepfather?
Oh, I wish Deke was still alive. I'd get him sent to prison. Put him in a little cage. Have him beat up within an inch of his life. I didn't have that power back then.
What you do now?
It's not going to be hard to get Ethan, you know, convicted because we got all the proof and all that, right? Did you know that they found his skin under her fingernails? He probably hit her real hard right after she scratched him, because that's what happens. You know, if you fight back, you just make it worse.
You didn't get beat up this time, okay? Christina did. And she may not want the same kind of justice that you do.
There's been a lot of distance between me and Christina. First couple years I thought it was because Alexis kept her from me, and then there was the custody battle was very tense. And then I thought it was just because she was a girl. And maybe I intimidated her, but she was the one that made me afraid, because every time I would talk to her, I'd feel real uncomfortable. But when I would look at my little girl, I just love her so much. But now we're like strangers, or we were, until I walked into that ER and I saw her bruised in that eye. And I know what it's like to feel small and afraid. And all she's doing since then is protecting that pig who did this to her. But the bruises fade, but you're still screaming inside. And you're asking yourself, why? And you say, God, why did you let this happen? But she's different than I am, because she has a father who can stop this man from hurting her or ever hurting anybody again. I have been trapped, and I have been helpless, and I'll never be trapped and helpless again, and neither will any of my children.
Hey. What's going on?
Maxie's in the hospital and the doctors don't know what to do.
Oh, honey. She's in the best place possible.
You didn't see Robin's face.
Robin's a drama queen.
No, not this time. It's obvious she doesn't think Maxie's gonna make it.
Don't you say that. And don't you for 1 minute believe that Maxie's gonna die.
No, you did not see her in that bed. She is so pale and weak, you wouldn't even recognize her. For years, I couldn't even stand her, and now I don't know what I would do without her.
Okay. Maxie's beaten the odds before. You look at me. If you need anything, if you need anybody, you have me.
I was just so worried about this trial and you taking Sunny's side and me taking Dante's that we wouldn't be able to get past it.
No man comes between me and you. Ever. Deal?
Deal.
And,